Hello, all. Today I want to talk about that. I really don't do endgame content in Final Fantasy 14. Think at the top of my head, I only do around like two, maybe three endgame content. But in general, I really don't do a lot. And one major one that is very popular in Final Fantasy 14, or at least in streaming and content creation, is raids slash ultimates, savage, things like that. And I don't do them. And the reason for that comes to many factors, but a lot of them are personal. It's not because of the game or anything like that. I also have a bunch of time to actually do these type of content with a couple of planning on my own schedule. But let's first talk about each of the reasons why I do. First one, yes, you could do high-end content in Party Finder, so I could do it that way. But the problem is, I don't like Party Finder. I don't like how sometimes in Party Finder, when you're in a group, you do it, someone can just leave in the middle of it because they have something else or something pop up. And yes, I know that's understandable, but it's just like it happened more than once. Is that really the case? Or the group is doing bad and someone just leave right away because they think it's going to be a very easy clear, and it wasn't. And then one that is honestly the main reason why I don't do Party Finder is once you get wiped and you fail the duty, people just leave. You say, "Oh, that's all, guys, bye," and then just move on. I don't like that. I personally believe that if you're in a group, you should at least, at minimum, give it two pulls because you potentially could kill it in the next five pull, especially if it's at like near and in rage. Like at that point, like just stay for at least 30 more minutes. We'll probably get it. And I'm probably asking for a little too much on that, but that's one reason why I don't. Those are the many reasons why I don't do Party Finder. Second is making a static. Now this comes to other dilemma, which I didn't mention in the Party Finder, and is also a big factor. I have to meet new people, and that makes me nervous. And I get when I'm nervous and shy, I also get a little defensive on myself, like be really sarcastic, and sometimes it does be off-putting for some people. And yeah, that's definitely one reasons why I don't make a static, because I have to meet new people and then I get shy and nervous and slightly defensive on it. And at some point I definitely have learned it's better just to shut up and not say anything and just talk about the game. But it's just that I meeting new people not really my type of thing as much, especially trying to do high-end content. It's a very odd middle ground on that point. Like if I want to do it, I have to break that mold, but can me as a person really do it? And then I have to think about, oh, did I mess up? Did I make a good impression? It's all of those factors that come into my mind when you have to make a static in general. That's like my mentality of it, and it becomes very daunting. It's not because of schedule. I could easily probably work around the schedule. I have 3 days off on my real job, and I could just like work around that in general. I have a bunch of time to do that. It's just that, like I mentioned before, meeting new people is very, very scary. And then there's also potential that the party static doesn't really work out. We really don't mesh well, and then you guys break up, and then it even adds more on top of the mentality of, am I the reason that we all broke up? Or oh god, did I did something and mess up? It's just such a thing that I am technically not mentally prepared to do. And I have played this game for, I would say, 2 years, or almost 2 years, I think, at that. And I still am not ready. It's something I have to honestly do it gradually and slowly. And but even as this more, I played other online games and I made friends on online games, but it's just that these experiences that I followed in online games and everything is that there were only like 2 to 3 people that I actually talked to during that, and we got to know each other a little better slowly and gradually. And we didn't like sometimes in those they say like, oh, let me just look at my friend list and I say, oh, do you want to play together? I say, yeah, and play, and we don't really talk for like 3 hours. Like one of my friends that I had played with, it was the game Smite, and his name was Nom Nom. A great name by the way, fantastic. We played together a lot, but we didn't really started talking until like around like 5 months into it, like actually like talking, having conversation. But Discord was not until like a year after that, because like we were just playing games. We didn't really care about anything else like that. Like there was no reason to go into comps or anything like that, because like we're just playing, we're having fun, and this person I know is reliable in this one lane, and I am really reliable playing at the jungle, and we won a bunch of games because of that, because we had that type of mentality of playing. In Final Fantasy 14, that's not really the case, because you have 7 people that you have to rely on this static, and you also have to be in voice call, and there's going to be a point where there's going to be like you have to make small talk in here, like, oh, okay, the weather is wonderful, it's sunny, right? And then you figure out it's not sunny on their side, and it's like, god damn it, this is really awkward now. But that's basically why I don't do rated ultimate. But there's things that I do in the game content in general. I still do deep dungeon because I don't have to rely on people to be there, or I don't have to talk to anyone to be there. I just want to be really ideally myself, and my very bored, dumb personality, or sometimes a little like crazy of what I see or how I act, and I feel like I could be really myself when I am alone and not with people, where I feel like I have to keep a filter on so they don't think I am some type of um what is the correct word here, idiot. Yeah, so that's why I like doing deep dungeon, because a, it's fun. I like kind of like the roguelike mentality of it. And also, I don't have to deal with people in general. It's just me being a introvert. And then there's also Criteria Dungeon. Criterion Dungeons, you really don't have to do with people. I really love the first Criterion Dungeon that was Internet and Walker, because you could do it alone. It was fun doing it alone. I did it with multiple jobs. Just the mentality of a round of a Criterion Dungeon was such a fun idea for me that I didn't have to really worry about it. It was really great that I didn't have to get someone or somebody to play with me in general. And I'm even more excited that there's going to be more duty trust, so I don't have to deal with more people, even though I do queues anyways, because it is slightly faster and it's just a quick in and out. I also really don't talk in chat that much when we're in queue. There sometimes I do, like there's like I do some emotes and stuff like that if it's like a very long wait, because like what am I going to do? Like not doing like a 5 minute wait? No, I'm going to make an emote. Like might as well just to do that. But I really don't do heavy talk on the dungeons, and those are very rare cases. So those are the two type of content that I mainly do. Of course, there's also Island Century, but Island Century is just like a content that I do for like 5 minutes and then move on to doing a deep dungeon. Or if there is other content that I could do too, like the duty roulette, or if there's going to if Criterion Dungeon is available, which is right now. No, any, because I complete all the Criterion Dungeon in 2 days. I did it very quick. Actually, no, it was one day I completed it all, and I really liked it. It was really fun. But I'm glad there is content like that. I do hope there is even more solo content. I think Final Fantasy will benefit more in solo content than really multiplayer type of content, because I think there is a lot of multiplayer content. There's raids, there's dungeons, there's ultimates, PvP. There's a lot, and of course, I still think that there should be even more of these type of content. But I think there is enough for Final Fantasy 14, and I would just like to see in general just more solo content, like at least one or two more of it, and then they just now make like 50 other multiplayer mode, and then I will be happy with other the other 5 solo content that I have in the game. But that's pretty much what this video is going to be about, of really just something that is me, why I don't do this type of content. And I just want to know, am I really the only one who think this? Am I really like the only one that play like this? And I have brought a few things on Twitter or in streams and everything. No, I'm not. There's people actually doing it, but I just wanted to know, like, is the experience of like you being like an introvert or something like that, or like just having nerve of talking to new people, is like one reason why you don't do high-end content in general. But that will be pretty much all. If you have, I hope all you have a wonderful day, I mean, and I just want you all to subscribe. Bye.